So shoulder stands and headstands are contraindicated for pregnant women, especially if the information is new to you, as well as people with injuries or conditions of the vertebrae in the neck and the cervical space of the spine or the thoracic space of the spine. So use caution when you're doing them, and only go to the level that feels good for your body at the moment until you get comfortable with that, and then move on to the next level like we've shown in the classes, and enjoy.
Namaste. Hi, my name is Shalane Hill, and we're here at our beautiful yoga studio in Woodstock, Georgia. And I wanted to do a very detailed class right now about a headstand. So we're just going to do one in very detailed instruction and see if we can find one that works for you. You may need a blanket, and you want it folded nice in, like in a rectangle and real flat and up against a wall. Okay, so you need a little cushion, in other words, and enough cushion where you can support your elbows and your head all on the same plane, same platform. So we want to start with just the positioning of our arms first. If you'll clasp your hands and bring them up over your head, arms in as close to your ears as you can, and then bend your elbows. So if you can see, my elbows are in direct alignment above my shoulders, and that's the alignment we want to create on the floor. We don't want to have them wider than that. So we want to have our elbows shoulder width apart, and you can see that my elbows are taller than the top of my head. So this is the action we're going to be placing is on our elbows more so than on the top of our head when you're in a headstand, okay? Because the benefits of a headstand is to flip your world upside down to gain a fresh perspective, as well as great shoulder strength that you're creating, lots of core strength that you're creating, and lots of blood flow to the brain. Very stimulating for our body as well. So if you'll get onto your hands and knees facing the wall, we'll drop down to our elbows, and you'll see that my whole forearms are on the platform, including my elbows. And we're going to clasp your hands together. And remember, the elbows are shoulder width apart, so you can align them directly under the shoulder joint there. So when we drop our head forward, the back of our head is going to be cradled in our hands. Okay? So we're going to actually be on the very top of our head, not the front of the head, on the very top of the head. So we'll drop our head forward, forehead first, and then we kind of roll forward onto the top of our head, or roll back to the top of our head. So hands, back of the head is cradled in our hands here. Elbows are shoulder width apart. We engage the belly. Dig the toes into the ground and start lifting the hips up and walking the feet toward the wall. So our intention is to create a really strong straight back, and to where we go up to where we walk as far as we can forward to where we start to feel that tilt of our weight back onto our arms. Okay? So then this is our first position. Now if this is really new to you and you really want to get it, want to start activating or want to start developing this for you, this might be your ending position. Really start pushing the elbows into the floor and creating a strong straight back. Belly stays active and our breath is deep. Now if this is comfortable for you, you can then really engage your belly, keep your knees and ankles together, and bend your knees up and pull your legs up. So you don't want to straighten yet, and you really want to engage the shoulders, pushing the elbows into the floor. And your breath is solid. So our core has to be really strong here. Then when you're stable here, then you can start to lift the legs up to the sky. And you always have the wall there for you if you need it. And your breath is long and slow. When you come out, you slowly bend the knees. You may want to slide the feet down the wall and drop your feet to the ground. Again, you want to come out of this slowly. Drop the knees to the floor. You can keep your arms in front, extended, or you can even drop your arms into full child's pose. Arms down to your side and let your shoulders relax forward. So you need to let your body process here for a moment. You don't want to flip up real quick. You'll probably get lightheaded. You also want to relieve the tension in the shoulders because they were working really strongly. Good solid breath. Soften those shoulders. Tuck the chin slightly. Stay here as long as you need to. When you're ready, you'll ground your hands to the floor under your shoulders, tuck your chin, roll your spine up into sitting. Great breath in and a great breath out. Now it's always a good idea to follow a headstand with a shoulder stand. They're like two peas in a pod. You always want to follow a headstand with a shoulder stand. So we've got an alternative pose, headstand, if the one on your arms and shoulders isn't working for you. If you have a neck condition that keeps you from doing one where you have pressure on the top of your head, or if you don't like that pressure on the top of your head, we can actually use yoga bricks to support our shoulders, still get the benefits of a headstand, but don't have any pressure on the top of our head. So you have to measure how many blocks you need by putting it on top of your shoulder and to where that it can clear the top of your head. So I need 4 for me. So you need 2 stacks of them at shoulder width apart up against the wall here. So what you would do, we do the same pose that we just did. Start on your hands and knees here. And you come to where that you can drop your head in between the blocks and your tops of your shoulders go onto the blocks. Now your hands are just going to be flat onto the floor in front of the blocks. And then you'll do the same thing, dig the toes into the ground, straighten the legs, walk your feet in towards your body, and get settled here where your shoulders are supported well and they're comfortable and everything. Then you can do the same actions. You firm your belly, bend your knees, so your hands will have to push into the floor and your weight is distributed evenly between hands and shoulders. Then you can extend the legs up and breathing deeply. So here you can have the benefits of the headstand, not pressure on the top of your head. You have to make sure that it's okay on your shoulders though. So same thing, you stay here for as long as it's comfortable. Then you'll inhale, firm your belly, slowly bend the knees. You can slide your feet down the wall if you need to. Very slowly coming out of it, toes to the ground, knees to the ground, then into a child's pose again. Either arms in front, you can stack your hands, rest your forehead here. You gotta let those shoulders relax before you come out, before you come upright. Or you can come down into a full child's pose with your arms down to your sides again. Enjoy your fresh perspective and roll up when you're ready. So thank you, namaste.